Sam did some really good things. You know, the stats didn't really tell the story of the game. Credit to their defense, to Washington State's defense. You know, they did a nice job in the coverages. They kept some pressure on us. A couple third and longs, so it made it hard on Sam. But he did a good job. You know, there's 3-4 plays that, you know, he'd like to do better. But overall, I thought he did a nice job. Now, you look at the stats and all that, and it's, you know, it's not really going to, you know, stand out to you. But we'll keep building. I did like, you know, what I really did like, a lot of young players got to play, a lot of young receivers. They got a lot of experience. They got a lot of young linemen. They got a lot of experience. We're hitting about mid-season right now, and you know that experience is going to pay off for us down the stretch. So that was one thing that really stood out that we were excited to see about the game.
He had mentioned his confidence not being as high as it usually is, and that's probably unfamiliar territory. What are some things that you're trying to do to help build?
Well, I think, you know, we just got to keep rolling with the young wideouts. I mean, they're very talented. They're working extremely hard. We're working every day with, you know, with the timing of the throws. But those guys are good players. They're well coached by Coach T. Sammy's getting more and more confident with them. And again, that game, to see, you know, Tyler Vaughn's, how he played, stood out. You know, Joe got in there, made a catch or two. A lot of young guys got good experience. And, you know, Sam's just got to continue to develop those guys and get on the same page with them. And, you know, you're going to have a game where, you know, you wish you could have had a couple things back. But it was a great practice today and fired up to play Oregon State.
Why do you think it's been such a challenge to connect downfield?
You know, and that's a great question. You know, we've had a lot of tie balls. I mean, you know, Sam's thrown it down there, and defense has played good defense, and wideouts gone up for it, and for whatever reason haven't come down with it. It's something we focus on, make it a point of emphasis every day in practice, and we'll continue to make it a point of emphasis. But, you know, you're hitting Game 6 coming up. Hopefully we'll hit our mid-stride and we'll catch fire.
His running in that game, something that we've seen before but not in a while, was that more improvisational or something that you guys kind of felt like
we alerted them to that because how they play their coverages with their man coverages. You know, when the box clears inside, we told them, hey, you're going to have some running lanes. So if things aren't opening up with the timing that it needs to happen, go off and go ahead and run with it. And he made 3 or 4 nice runs in the game that helped us out.
Do you feel like he needs to be a little bit more accurate, or at least more accurate than he was in that game?
You know, it's hard for the fan to see, but you know, Sam's still Sam. You know, he's playing good ball. He's doing a lot of really good things. He's doing, you know, playing with a winning effort. You know, and it's a team game. You know, and you know, there's times where Sam wishes he could have made some better decisions, and there's times where things didn't time up, or people are covered, or maybe you got a little pressure here or there. But it's part of playing on a football team, you know. And he's going to work on what he can do to get better, and, along with his football team. But we got great confidence right now. Nobody's, you know, concerned or worried about anything. We got probably our best practice of the year today. Guys are fired up and ready to play. Ball was thrown really well today. Ball was caught really well today. We protected really well today. So those are good things to see.
On the final play, your final play from scrimmage and offense, I don't think that's happened before with him. Did he just kind of not gauge where the defender was?
No, it was a little bit unexpected. You know, they brought a single backer dog inside, and it was unexpected, and his vision was downfield, and it kind of caught him a little bit from the blind side. The guy got up on him fast and surprised him. And to be honest with you, I think, you know, we talked about he was trying to get his arm to throw it away, and he just couldn't get his arm through, and it ended up being a fumble. You know, it's one of those things you wish didn't happen. Again, it's a team game. You know, you hope Sam can take care of the ball. You hope that, you know, protection was there, all those kind of things. But you know, at the end of the day, we'll learn from it, we'll get better from it, and we'll play good ball.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Are teams forcing Sam to try to, or the passing game in general, to beat on the outsides rather than, because he normally tears up the middle?
Yeah, I think, you know, they're doing a lot of things, and we've talked about it before. You know, they either drop into coverage or press you and to make you have to throw in those tight windows. And it's not anything we haven't seen before. And again, we've had a great week of practice. Guys came back fired up this week, catching the ball well, throwing the ball well. I think Sam's playing good football. The stats aren't really showing that he's playing good ball. We've had some turnovers, obviously, that he'd like to correct that. We'll continue to work on that. But he's doing everything he can do to try to go win a game. And this team, the signs that I've seen in this team, you just had a loss against a great opponent, and they had their best day of practice today. It was fired up, throw the ball well, caught the ball well, protected well. So those were good things to see the guys come back, and I think we'll hit our mid-season stride and get rolling.
And Sam normally, he's so creative when he gets outside the pocket. I don't think he had any completions when he had a couple when he stepped up inside, but were they making it hard for him to escape laterally?
A little bit. They were playing a lot of two-man and then dropping the D tackles underneath, so we alerted him to the fact that, hey, when that happens, it's going to be hard. If you don't see something early, you're probably going to have to run with it. And he ran the ball 3 or 4 times and did a nice job with it. So that's kind of to be expected. You had a couple long third downs there that makes it a little harder. But that's football. Again, you hear me say it all the time. That's football. You got to perform when it's third and long. You got to make the big plays. So it was good.
Thanks.
How would you describe your role in the play calling?
I'm there when T needs me. I try to do. I'm always trying to stay a play ahead, and then when he looks for me for a call, then I always have a call ready. Particularly the third downs, I'm always ready in that area, and we just kind of share that a little bit, but T does a great job with it, but that's kind of our philosophy, always stay a play ahead, and then when we get in that situation and he needs me, I'll make a call for him.
So how often do you think you're in that situation?
It varies, it just varies. A lot of the third down, just, that's just how the game is. T's thought is first, second down, and then I'm trying to stay a play ahead with the third down. We get into some red zone things if he needs a call, or, it could be really anywhere, but T does a really, really good job of having a feel of the game, and I think he does a great job of managing and then also allowing me to insert myself with a call. That's hard to do, as an offensive coordinator, but we work well together. We're hitting mid-season. We'll continue to build on it, and felt good today about practice and where we're headed, and looking forward to this week.
During the game, Sam seemed to like throwing to Tyler. He had a couple big throws to him. Does he like throwing to bigger receivers where you can kind of throw it up?
No, he just likes to throw it to the open guy, a guy, and each guy has his, his strength. Some guys are better at some things than others. Tyler's a very savvy guy. He's very slippery, and vertical passing game. He can get open, and so Sam has a good feel for who to go to when. Just like Deontay, a lot of times on third down, he'll kind of look to Deontay in certain routes, and some of the outside things he'll look to Tyler for. But everybody has their traits that they have, and Sam tries to get to those guys when he needs to.
Do you think you guys turned a corner with Tyler catching 6 passes?
that was awesome to see. You're always hoping that light comes on, and to see that guy go out there and to play like he did, and especially that 4th and long, the play he made. I mean, that's a huge play. So, it helped his confidence. It helped Sam to know, hey, when it's crunch time, I can go find that guy. So it's something we can build off of, and excited going into the rest of the season to have that. But to also see some of those other guys, Joe got in the game and caught a ball. You had 3 young linemen in there that, got great game experience. And, you had some tough times in there, but that's to be expected. But that's going to help us down the stretch to have those guys play in this past game.
On the flip side, no passes caught by the tight ends and the running backs. What has to happen? Was that something they were doing, or just
how the game went? I don't think it was anything in particular. They're always involved in it. They're always out there. They're always an option for Sam. Just how the game played out, he had some other opportunities and for other people. but nothing in general that no difference in your game plan or anything like that.
It wasn't something they were doing to not allow you to do that?
No, I thought they did a nice job of covering and particularly with their man coverages. And so anytime you have man-to-man and their man on the back, it's, you're going to probably lose that guy a lot of times. Some of the routes we had just didn't lean towards the tight end with some of the man coverages. So just how the game played.
Do you have guys that can beat man coverage? I mean, do you have guys that if they go man, you say, boy, now?
I sure hope so. We're not we're going to be in trouble. But you know what? I watched a lot of young guys. Again, Tyler Vaughn's make a play on the 4th and long, and I mean that guy's in his hip pocket for him to go up there and make that catch. Threw it deep a couple times. Joe had a step or two down the field on the left side there. Just wasn't able to connect. So we have a lot of confidence in the young kids, and just fired up about where they're headed and moving forward for the rest of the season.
What was the philosophy on the second and goal, and there was a hitch out to follow?
It was actually a fade, and how Sam played it out. Josh gave him his eyes real quick, and Sam tried to just drill it on him real fast.
Okay.
Normally that's the fade outside shoulder throw, and again Sam's an instinctive guy, so I think he was just trying to get it on him quick. A big body guy out there, it just didn't work out how he wanted it to. But normally we would throw a fade ball on the outside shoulder there.
Yeah.
So it might have looked like a hitch, but really should have been more of a fade.
When I watched it, I wasn't quite sure. Lucky it wasn't a pick six.
Yeah, no, we were lucky. We were lucky. Again, something we can learn from and hopefully don't have happen again.
You seen a different Sam at all these last couple days compared to Utah last year?
No, I see the same Sam I've always seen. I see a guy with great confidence. I see a great competitor. I was just telling the other guys, there hasn't been one thing that's changed about Sam. I think he's playing good football. He's being a top premier player in college football, you're always going to be critiqued really hard about how you play. That's to be expected. He's had some interceptions that, he'd like to take back, but his play overall, I thought has been very, very good. As a team, we'll always try to continue to get better, always try to continue to improve, but I think he's doing a good job doing all he can do, and excited about where we're headed.